From the News Channel 5 network, this is Pharmacist on Call.
Good evening, Nashville, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, those of you as far west as Jackson, those of you as far east as McMinnville, Tennessee. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call with your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt. And if you're watching this show, I am your community pharmacist. Everyone, welcome to the Black History Month edition. That's right, we're sitting in February, you all. So today we'll probably talk about a couple of accomplishments from African Americans and the invention of Carter Godwin Woodson, which started out as Negro History Week and then morphed into Black History Month. So this is your show. We're going to call in, we're going to ask questions about our health, about medications, about some of everything. This is your 1 hour forum. So we're going to jump, as we traditionally do, we're going to do some birthdays, some shout outs and some condolences. First of all, I wanted to wish happy birthday to Mr. Kazai Gray, who is the son of my technician, Ebony Gray. Also wanted to shout out, birthday shout outs to a couple of cousins, Erica Battle and her son Micah Battle. Happy birthday to you guys. And let's see who else we got here. Oh, we actually have me. My birthday will be next Thursday, February the 14th on Thursday. That's right, y'all. I am a Valentine's Day baby. So you all call and give me a shout out or wish me happy birthday on the show here. All right, so we wanted to get into some condolences. Longtime friend, homeboy, a couple of guys that I grew up with in East Nashville passed recently. The first being Mr. Marcus Jordan, who is the younger brother of my classmate Marsha Jordan. Marcus passed away suddenly, so I wanted to send my condolences to Marsha, her mother, and his family on the passing of Marcus there. And this week we lost another good friend of the pharmacy and a guy we grew up with, Thomas Winston. So wanted to say, you know, rest in peace to him too, and wanted to send my condolences out to Ken, who is my classmate, his sister Jeanette, and Billy Winston and the rest of the family out there. So sorry to see them go. I wanted to do some congratulations. My firstborn, Shauna Pruitt, congratulations. She's into competitive cheering. So they had a couple of meets, one here and then one in South Haven. Her team, the South Haven Wildcats, they're pretty much undefeated. So they won about every one that they've been in. So she won this past weekend, she and her team. So congratulations, Shauna, and the rest of the South Haven Wildcats down there in Mississippi. If you are unable to get in your calls, I'm going to be doing another show. I will be on 92Q with Ernie Allen. His show, Let's Talk. I will be on the 17th of February, and that show is at 1 p.m. on 92Q WQQK. So call in, another interesting show. But hey, this is about you. We're going to get into your phone calls. Jeff, welcome to Pharmacist on Call. How can we help you?
Yes, I called and I spoke to you before in reference to an issue that I was dealing with Peyronie's disease.
Yeah.
I tried to get a hold of you at the pharmacy, but I was unable to get through for some reason.
Dial extension 102.
Okay, so will I dial this number and then dial that 1012?
The 562 number, call that number, and then dial extension 102.
Okay.
And just let them know that you called from the show and you had a specific question you needed to ask.
Okay, and that's
562 6337.
6337.
Extension 102.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, you're welcome. Okay. All right. So, yeah, 92Q. Also, our first Black History fact. Guess what, you all? Me. The first Mr. Austin P. Well, the first African-American Mr. Austin P. Actually, yeah, the first Mr. Austin P. I won the Mr. Austin P. pageant as a freshman at Austin Peay State University, a pageant sponsored by the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha in the fall of 1988. Yeah, that's right, y'all. I had the nerve as a freshman to go out for a pageant and won it. So first, Mr. Austin P., your Black History fact for today. And a big shout out to my fellow contestants, Mr. Bobby Bodie, Mr. Jimmy Hill, and let's see who else was up there with us. Daryl Alexander out of Dixon County. So a big shout out to you guys. So if you're wondering what this is your 1 hour forum where we talk about whatever the health topics are that you want to discuss. We'll talk about supplements, we'll talk about alkaline water, and we'll even talk about prescription medicines. So while I'm on that vein, I wanted to talk about a couple of recalls that I had just been hip to. So in some of the shows, we found out about losartan and valsartan. So if you have Torrent or Rabendo, Activist, any of those, make sure you give your pharmacies a call and make sure that those specific lots or those specific batches were not affected by the recall. Also, hydrochlorothiazide, 12.5 milligram tablets made by Accord. So please call your pharmacy. I think there was like a specific lot or two that was affected in the PW series, but give your pharmacy a call if you are taking hydrochlorothiazide 12.5. And it looks like we've got another call here, so you guys hang on. Pharmacist on call, we'll help you.
Hi, this is Carolyn.
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
On that GABA.
Yes, ma'am.
That I think you said you take of a night for sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I was wanting to know, is there any kind of precautions on taking that? Because if you're on other medication, or can anybody take it or what?
Yes, ma'am. Anybody can take it. It's actually something that our body produces naturally. We have it in us. It's just because of poor diets and stress that we're pretty much all chronically low on it. The only precautions are it has certain food interactions. And so these foods can decrease how well GABA works. So it's probably best to take it on an empty stomach. So things like dairy, things like meat, those types of things. I believe salmon is another that blocks the ability of GABA to get to where it needs to be. Now, if you're taking something like Xanax or Klonopin, it's going to go to the same area of the brain, so you probably don't need to take both of those, ma'am. So you have to probably decide, lay off the Klonopin one night or the Xanax one night and roll with the GABA and see how you do. But it's the nature's value.
I was wanting to get off the Klonopin.
Okay, okay. You could do Klonopin, or you could also do the CBD. The hemp oil will help you with that without you experiencing any of the withdrawal side effects. But it is also good for anxiety as well.
So if you're having anxiety attack of a day, you could take it?
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. You can take it. Yeah.
And how long does it take to work?
Well, that's the strange thing. Some people say from a few seconds to a few minutes. So it works very quickly. This is nothing that has to build up in your bloodstream. The first dose, you're going to feel it.
And is it going to put you in the bed?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The pure CBD is non-drowsy, so you don't have to.
No, I was talking about that GABA.
Oh, the GABA? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the GABA knocks me out. I'm done in 30 minutes. I am done. Yeah. Yeah, but it gets rid of the anxiety, so if something upset me.
I was going to try that first, that GABA, and try to get off of that Klonopin.
Okay, yeah, GABA would be a good first start. Yes, ma'am.
So I could do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you think it'd know before I got an effect?
Now you'll feel the GABA also the same day. Yeah, you'll feel that the same night. Now, how well it does, you probably have to play around with the amount of tablets that you take. For me, one tablet, is good. If I really want to sleep, I'll do like 2 or 3. But you may need more, or you may need less.
500 milligrams, you do 2 or 3?
Yeah, you could go up to about 1,500 milligrams. You can go kind of high. So the tablets I take are like 750 milligrams. So I do 750 to 1,500.
Yeah. Well, how much is that stuff down there at your store?
It's relatively inexpensive, so it may be somewhere between $10 and $12.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll watch your show, and I'll get your number and call at the pharmacy.
Yes, ma'am. Just hang on to the end of the show. The producer will show you the store information.
All right, thanks.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call. May we help you?
Hello. Am I on?
Yes, ma'am. I'm looking dead at you.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I have a question. I was just tuned into your show, and I saw where you were talking about the recalls.
Yes, ma'am.
Back last year in April, the end of April, I picked up some amiodarone, which I had been on by the Sandoz manufacturer.
Yes, ma'am.
And had no problem. They switched me to Aurobindo, and I started having really bad neuropathy. And I was wondering if you had any other cases maybe where people had done that. I did get back on the Sandoz, but now Sandoz has quit making the amiodarone.
Okay. Yeah, no, what happens is different manufacturers will use different inactive ingredients. They will use different dyes, different binders and fillers, and that's probably what you had a reaction to. So while all medications generically are the same, the process or the inactive ingredients that the manufacturers use, those will vary.
So is it the inactive ingredients
I would guess
that can cause a change?
Yes, ma'am. I would suspect that that's it. If you because amiodarone is amiodarone.
Right.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be sourced.
Okay. And also heard you talking about Tiva. They just switched my Cardivolol. Well, they put that on Sandoz because they couldn't get Tiva, but I do have Actavius potassium. Was that a part of the recall?
Spell it. Activist what now?
Potassium.
No, losartan potassium, yes. So losartan, valsartan, irbesartan, and any combination of that with hydrochlorothiazide and amlodipine. So those are all recalled.
It just says potassium made by Activist.
No, I don't recall potassium by Activist. Losartan by Activist and valsartan by Activist, they were recalled.
Yeah,
but just potassium itself, no.
Yeah, that was Sartan. I had bad reaction from that too over a year or so ago.
Yeah, but
well,
potassium
thank you so very much.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Okay, bye-bye. Pharmacist on call. How may we help you?
Hi.
Hi.
I want to know, does it matter if you take all your medicines at one time? I've got a blood pressure medicine, an iron pill, turmeric, a baby aspirin daily. I forgot the name of it, gone blank. It's one because you're pre-diabetic to make sure you don't go into diabetes. Metformin.
Okay.
And I pop them in because I have a hard time, I'm so busy. But I take them all at once. Does it matter? Do the medicines really know? Do they get mixed up with chemicals or anything? I've always wondered, should I take these at different times?
No, they're all once a day. Just from what you told me, I don't see a problem with those.
Okay. Okay. And one more quick comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Sunday, I came to your Dickerson Road office.
Yes, ma'am.
It was Super Bowl Sundays, and I've been a Patriots fan. That's right, forever. And you all were busy, so I said, okay, I'll come back and pick it up. And your staff was just so efficient. And there was a lady in there that's a customer. She was just not nice. Your staff they just went right on about their business. And I got in the store, and all these people in the grocery store, because everybody's getting Super Bowl food, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
And I almost forgot, but when I got back, your staff had everything ready. So I know the one thing I really needed was my blood pressure medicine.
Yes, ma'am.
I had to take that before I watched my Patriots, shameless plugs. But your staff was just right on the ball. I just love your store. Thank
you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Yeah, I heard that. I heard about the incident, and but they did handle business. It was very busy from the time they opened till they closed. But thank you. I'll be sure to let them know.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, bye-bye. Okay, all right. Y'all hit it. Got a good staff.
All right.
Jed, welcome to Pharmacist on Call. How may we help you?
Hello.
Yes, may I help you?
I had diabetic neuropathy very bad in my feet.
And
it's very painful, and I'm taking gabapentin for them.
Okay.
And it's just not helping, and I'm up to I believe I'm taking 600 milligrams at a time, and I'm taking it 4 times a day. Is there anything out in you that would help it?
Yes, there is. We've had a lot of people get good results from the CBD oil, the hemp oil with neuropathy.
Can you take it by mouth, by orally?
Yeah, you have actually a few different methods you can use. We have a cream that you could rub actually on your foot where the neuropathy is troubling you. You have oil that you can put up under your tongue, and that seems to be the favorite, is a few drops up under the tongue, and it's in your bloodstream working. A lot of people say a few seconds, you know, the neuropathy starts to go away.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I used the cream, but I buy mine that I buy the cream at a market, and I don't know if it's as potent as you would have it at your drugstore.
This is the best cream out there, Pharmacist Blend. Full spectrum hemp oil. Yes, it has everything in it, all the components of cannabis. So not just CBD.
Well, how about, okay.
Yeah, so you could go that route with a full spectrum cream, not just a CBD cream. That's just one ingredient, but this has everything in it. But the oil, the drops, again, work very quickly, and it takes care of other problems throughout your body, whereas the cream is just going to address that particular area. If you have other things going on and the oil hits your system, it's going to help resolve those issues too.
So you have the oil, is it very expensive?
Our least expensive bottles run in the $20 to $30 range.
And how long would that last me, sir?
About 3 weeks, assuming you're doing 5 to 10 drops once daily. About 3 weeks or so. And we have larger bottles from there.
Oh, okay. And what's the name of it that you recommend that
So I would recommend for you the Tennessee CBD, probably the black formula, just to start out with. Which I don't think I brought a bottle with me here.
Well, I appreciate you and thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you calling.
Thank you. Goodbye.
All righty. Bye-bye. All right, everyone. We are up on our first break. You stay right there. Going to make a little bit of announcement when I come back.